Hi guys, I'm sitting here with Daniel Holman's beautiful, beautiful background. There's a calendar, the Gene Key calendar, that has, I think it's like 15 different images that Daniel has created. This is his art. And I decided to do a few of them on fabric and actually use them in my different homes and having them as background for some of my videos. And it just feels so nice to have this as a background. um it just really lightens up the room and the energy. I wanted to speak a little bit about the Christmas times, the holidays times, and these times when we gather in family. And I wanted to use the analogy of human design and how we can actually use human design to have more harmony and more ease in our gatherings with family, and especially around these times where there can be stress and preparations and everybody wants Christmas to be so nice. So what I wanted to speak about is how we actually, by knowing the type, the energy type that our relatives are, we can actually help them to respond as they are, as themselves. Because the whole thing about human design, right, the main thing is strategy and authority. So when we know somebody's aura type, when we know if somebody's a generator, a manifesting generator, projector, a manifestor, or a reflector, we kind of know how they go about life, right? What their strategy is to how they respond. And then we can actually give them that opportunity to respond in the way that they are like wired to respond. So for generators, right, they need questions that are not open-ended but a yes and a no, because then their sacral response gets activated. So instead of asking them a lot of open-ended questions, when you want to have something, decide something for Christmas, or know how you can interact with them, ask them something that they can get a body response from, a yes or a no from the body, right? And when it comes to the same thing to manifesting generator, but also let them kind of change their mind, let them start to make a puzzle with you, and when the energy isn't there anymore, don't don't tell them they have to continue, because their energy is like that. It initiates and then it shifts. And with projectors, it's the same. They respond to invitations, so invite them. And with manifestors, you can maybe ask the day before, I wanted to know tomorrow in the morning, are you going to go out running without telling us? Or, you don't really have to say it like that, but, just knowing, just kind of have them keep you informed of what their sense are, what they are doing. And because that can create a lot of, with the manifestors that just go about, takes initiative, that sometimes can be a bit eruptive when you have gatherings with a lot of people. And then we have the reflectors, and those are the people that kind of take the temperature. So look at the reflector and how they are feeling, because they are going to show the energy of the environment. And there's so much wisdom in the reflectors too. So listen to them and let them be that, let them shine this Christmas time. I also wanted to say something about the authority. So now we spoke about the aura type, and I wanted to say something about the authority. So we can have sacral authority, splenic authority, emotional authority. I think one of the most important ones to mention here is the emotional authority. Because what we say with emotional authority is that these beings don't know their truth in the now. They are in a wave, an emotional wave that can be like a longer wave. It can be like peaks. And what we say for decision making, right, is good for them to be able to sleep on it, or at least to not decide anything when they're like really high or really low. So when you decide for Christmas, you might want to ask an emotional authority something, and let them, and say, I'm just gonna put this out there, and take your time and come back to me with it. You don't have to answer right away. And then you have the kindness to let them be them, to let them process things in the way that their authority works. And with a splenic or sacral authority, you can kind of trust in the now that they will know and they will give you the answer, especially if you can give them an open-ended, closed-ended question. And then we have, for example, the projectors that have no authority. Then they might need more like a sounding board approach, so they can have to maybe speak with others or listen to others, or like speak about it in order to know what they really want, to kind of have that effect coming back in conversation with others. Or if you're self-projected, maybe you need to hear yourself speak before you know what's right for you. So this is very general, but just a little bit of a reminder of kindness, that we are all so differentiated and unique. And if we know somebody's design, and there's so many more things we could say, if we know somebody's design, to kind of just give them that gift of empathy and understanding of their keynotes, of who they are, and give them the possibility to actually respond to life as who they are, and be who they are with you. And we can help each other with that, because sometimes the experiment feels very much up to us, that we need to follow our strategy and authority, and that we need to be on it all the time. But it's also beautiful to gift each other that, when we know each other's design. And I've been speaking about that before. Tell people about your design. Don't pretend that they know it. So you can tell them, this is how I work, and then ask them to actually have the kindness to help you follow your strategy and authority. So thank you, and Merry Christmas, everybody.